And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense set for a first down play. The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Movement here from the tight end. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the 2nd level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football in the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back, making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on 1st and goal.
The one thing you know you're going to get with this guy is yards after contact. He makes people miss. He can break tackles, wears defenses down, and he's doing it right now. After that last carry, the offense now set up beautifully close to the goal line.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Quick release on the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Looking to throw at Sanders. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Across the 25, he's got room. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking for the score. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
PAT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse. And they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. On the move, it's Peppers. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
They'll give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Handoff from the gun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The Ducks are marching down the field. Handoff to the lone back. Ran through the contact. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. He's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, it's Peppers. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Thrust that arm out. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing. He scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
I don't think this shit gonna die with Ethan, bro.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
Somebody sent you that body.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. Looking down the middle. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that run.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Defense looks like they're coming. Quickly to the tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page.
When you're a defense, you stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Bully ball on third and short. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Everybody on defense did such a good job on that play, leveraging the football and using the sideline to their advantage. They weren't letting him get north. They forced him east-west, got him out of bounds for a loss.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking for a man. It's Sanders. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage. But they did a nice job containing him. Once he got off the pocket, they were ready for it. Came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Fires to the right. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31. They pick up a 5.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Sanders. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Day. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to move it through the air. Snags it over the middle. A quick completion and even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
He'll just keep slinging it. Got it in the middle. It's Gilliam.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they...
He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
On second down, just keeps firing. He's not afraid to go deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass. Makes his connection. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Ducks will have it first and 10. He's looking to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays.
Retire.
And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll try to pop the draw. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically...
Intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20th to 19-yard line.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
Dropping back, it's Sanders. Looking to the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Blasted as he lets it go. Got his man downfield. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Got room at the 35. And he breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. He wants to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they get right back to it.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. At the 45 on its way. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position. Not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. The give to the tailback. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
Absolutely nowhere to go. Stretched out toward the sideline, and he just runs out of bounds.
It looked to me as if he ran out of bounds out of self-preservation. The yardage was lost. Might take the punishment.
Sometimes just live to fight another down, get on the ground, get out of bounds. Sometimes it's the right play.
Right down the middle. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're looking at is maintenance of last resort. Possibly burning nuclear. If we want to control the be able to do it, you may choose to accept. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, we're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. Trying to get to it. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch. And still some work to do to pick up that first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions.
The entity is learning as it goes. It's getting smarter. It's getting stronger. They know that we have only 72 hours before any other.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Trying play action. They get to him as he throws. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Forget the punt. He's going to throw it. Looking to take a shot. And it's caught off the fake. First down. The fake punt works to absolute perfection, and it's a touchdown. How about the punter, the king of the athlete on the football field, able not only to kick the ball away, but also with brilliant arm power.
Who says punters aren't athletes? I do. But that was a really good play right there. Heck of a job, heck of a disguise, heck of a throw. Probably going over the quarterback saying, hey, bud, see that? Punters are athletes too, baby.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. Guess what? This game is far from over.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score 38, Michigan 21.
And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
Picks up 4. It's third down.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try the run. He's able to find his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. They've already put one field goal on the board. This one will... Oh, they block the kick! And they scoop it up! Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Off play action. Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, They haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Sanders. Unloads it left. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They'll give it on the counter. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, 10 men on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next
one.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's right on target. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were. That's why they got the first down.
Around the country. Slippery Rock, 35. Seton Hill University, 14.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 21 to Michigan State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, I should have ran a better route.
And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Third and short now from their own 48. They're going to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by them.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Scanning the field, it's Sanders. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now this defense could really use a stop on 3rd down as the offense has had its way. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Lets it fly. He caught it. Touchdown, Ducks! And the route is on. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And he's going to run it back. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important.
Where did my safety go?
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Look out on the right. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
Back to throw, it's Sanders. And it's picked off. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 30. Past the 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Racing down the left side. 10. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. And they'll take a knee. This defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. And the quarterback takes a knee. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.